All right, right now in the 5 series, we're looking at free jazz, okay? Free jazz slash avant-garde jazz. What is the free jazz movement? The free jazz movement was a rejection of the traditional formats of jazz. So they kind of rejected the standard chord arrangements and patterns within jazz and were just free to do their own thing, hence the term free jazz or avant-garde jazz. The Shape of Jazz to Come, Ornette Coleman, the title says it all. It's a very important record in the jazz canon. It is an influential record, and if it's not the first free jazz record, it's seen by many as the first free jazz record. He did a famous gig at the Spot in New York in '59. Well, he had a residency there, and it divided the jazz community. It was a brouhaha about it. Miles hated it. Mingus was so about it, and Coltrane loved it, and I'm sure it influenced some of Coltrane's later years. Very influential album. We're running through these. Next up, Heine Stadler, Jazz Alchemy. Heine Stadler doesn't play on this. You've got Charles McGee on trumpet, you've got Richard Davis on bass, and you've got Brian Blake on drums. I love Richard Davis, one of my favourite jazz bassists of all time. This is just a study in, it is a free jazz record, but it's musicians at the top of their game. They're just locked in, and it's just a stomper of a free jazz record, in like the sense that they're just locked in. They seem to be just having fun and just flexing and experimenting, and it's just like a great record. I just love this record. Free jazz. Jacques Corsil, Black Suite. I was at a record store that I frequent often, and the owner saw me looking at this record, and he said, "You would like this," and he just gave it to me. And yeah, that was a good call, because I do love this record. Jacques Corsil, a great player. He's got a beautiful sound, and I feel like Charles Lloyd, who's one of my favorite saxophonists, is on this record too. And Black Suite is on both sides. It's one long play journey of a record, but the playing on this is just exemplary, and it's a live cut, and it just puts you in a good zone. It's just a beautiful free jazz record on the Actual label, and you can't really go wrong with this record. We're moving on swiftly. Sun Ra, the great Sun Ra. If you follow my jazz feeds, you know I always reference the great Sun Ra. Sleeping Beauty. This isn't free jazz in the sense that it's out there. He kind of locks you in because it's a groove and a stepper of a record, but he takes you into that Sun Ra world, you know, just dreamy, escapist vocals, and just locked in musicianship. It's free jazz because it's free thought, and Sun Ra just takes you to another place where you most likely haven't been. So in that sense, it's free jazz, and Sun Ra is a pioneer of free jazz, so you got to mention Sun Ra. Frank Lowe Fresh, hard record to describe. It's definitely in the free jazz realm. It's got a lot of edge. It takes you there, but the 2 Monk covers stand out, right? They do 2 Monk covers that are great. Frank Lowe's playing is brilliant, and it is a beautiful free jazz record. I can't really say much beyond that. We step into the free jazz realm. Hi-Fi Recluse, Good Fine Records. Let's do it.